Alright, you guys get to hear me talk about how I would do a Chrono Trigger anime, or what would the anime be about if it got made. This is going to be an interesting video because my last one I did a Chrono Trigger remake, but this time I want to talk about an anime. And yes, I'm aware there is an anime of the series before the game began, kind of like a prequel, and I find it really funny and I think it's really cute. I've watched it a few times actually. I kind of like some of the animated scenes, but I'm wanting to do one that has the main characters in it, that have them doing their stuff, and maybe talk about how I would do the story, or how this animation should be, how it should look. I just have always been curious on why there isn't a Chrono Trigger anime. I mean, hell, there is a lot you could do with Chrono Trigger, and it doesn't even have to be about the game. But we'll get into that in a minute. Let's get started, and we'll start with, well, the story. What I would do with the story. Honestly, I would have the story take place after the first game. Well, after technically the only game, if you don't count Cross or the others as a sequel, and kind of base it and build it up to the events of Chrono Cross. You know, take elements from Radical Dreamers or even Crimson Echoes, which is a really good game. I just wish it was complete. Anyhow, I'm getting off track. Yeah, that's how I would do it. I would just take these elements and I would just build upon it that way, leaving everything in a new way. The characters have a different section of the story. It all slowly builds up to Chrono Cross right after they defeated Lavos. So we get to see how the characters fare out, how their character development is handled, and pretty much that. That's about how I would do it. I would basically base it around Crimson Echoes mainly, because I think Crimson Echoes is actually a pretty solid sequel. Put elements of Chrono Break in there and you've really got yourself a good game. Or anime. Sorry, I get mixed up sometimes. Anyhow, that's pretty much what I would do. Let's go on. Basically, I would let Toei do the animation style. I may harp on Dragon Ball Super a lot, but I won't lie, especially when it gets into the Black Goku arc. The friggin' animation is fucking beautiful. Yeah, I'm not kidding here. It really would be a really good benefit if the Chrono Trigger anime had this style of animation. And with Akira Toriyama's style, they have done it many, many times before. It would be an excellent mix here. I mean, look at some of these fight scenes from the Dragon Ball Super anime, especially with Goku Black versus Vegito, or Zamasu versus Vegito. I don't know which is which. I don't know which happened here. I don't care. But yeah, I think we could get some really epic fight scenes, especially with like Magus and Chrono and stuff like that, if Toei handled the animation and made it look a similar Dragon Ball-y stretch like this. It would be kind of interesting to watch, in my opinion. And it would probably hook newcomers in and make them want to play the original game too. So I'm just saying, give it some thought. I think Toei would be the perfect group to work on the animation in this game, or anime. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, let's move on. Now we're on to the length, and the length does kind of matter here.
She said, right?
Yes, Enrique, that is exactly what she said.
Anyway, I was thinking the length could be at least 13 episodes. Now, that does seem a tad short, but think about it. This could just lead up to the events of Chrono Cross, like I said. And I think it would be a pretty good mix right there. I'm thinking, yeah, 13, maybe 14 episodes total, and you've got yourself a full OVA anime series of Chrono Trigger, leading up to the events of Chrono Cross. It's a prequel to Chrono Cross, but a sequel to Chrono Trigger. And isn't that what we all actually want? A sequel with our favorite characters? Yeah. And that finishes up my Chrono Trigger how would I do the anime. It's not much, and it doesn't seem like I would do a whole lot, but honestly, there's an idea. And with an idea, maybe somebody will actually look at this and say, hey, a Chrono Trigger anime is a good idea. A prequel to Cross, a sequel to Trigger, we've got everything we need right here. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Always remember, I'm listening.